Who is Vybz Kartel? In Jamaica, dancehall music has been getting a lot of flack since its emergence from a wide cross-section of society. My music is a friend to some people and a foe to others, but that is totally acceptable to me based on the mere fact that dancehall itself has always been social commentary reflecting the duplicitous foundation of the Jamaican experience. Whereas reggae spoke to the Garvian message of one love, dancehall generally speaks to the noble message of rebellion, which in my opinion is why it is sometimes feared, scrutinized and demonized by our post-colonial masters and their subordinates. My music is controversial, but so was reggae, which interestingly was labeled rebel music back in the day. So reggae was also controversial. Look into this. 30 odd years ago, Bob Marley was despised and ridiculed by the upper echelons of society. Now, that same Bob Marley is poster boy for the Jamaica Tourist Board.
What's up, viewers? Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone is feeling blessed. So viewers, I just want to say thank you for everyone that has been tuning in so far. You understand? I really appreciate you guys. And I just want to say big up. So viewers, who is the GOAT of dancehall? There's a difference between the king of the dancehall or the GOAT of dancehall. Two different titles, right? While the king of the dancehall, it easily can just sum up a certain criteria. On the GOAT level, it's different. Viewers, one of the biggest reasons why this GOAT conversation is so difficult is because fans use the word GOAT differently. Some fans think GOAT mean the artist with the most hits, the most awards, the most international success. Viewers, if that's the definition, then Sean Paul has a monster argument, right? But other fans think GOAT means the artist who changed dancehall forever, the artist with the biggest influence, the artist who impact the culture most. Viewers, if that's the definition, Vybz Kartel becomes almost impossible to beat. So viewers, before we even compare them, you have to understand this, viewers. Sean Paul and Kartel dominate dancehall in two completely different ways. When you talk about global success, viewers, Sean Paul is in a different league. In the early 2000s, he became one of the biggest artists on the planet. Songs like Get Busy, Temperature, and Give Me the Light weren't just dancehall hits, viewers. They were worldwide pop smashes. Sean Paul wasn't only successful in Jamaica. He conquered America, Europe, the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, everywhere. At one point, dancehall was playing on mainstream radio every day. And Sean Paul was the fact of it. Viewers, that's something many dancehall artists never achieve. He crosses into pop music, R&B, and hip-hop without fully abandoning his Jamaican identity. That balance is difficult, viewers. A lot of artists, viewers, loses their culture while trying to cross over. Sean Paul managed to stay Jamaican while becoming international. And that's why many people call him the greatest global ambassador dancehall has ever had. But viewers, when people talk about influence, the conversation changed immediately. Because viewers, Vybz Kartel didn't just dominate dancehall, he transformed it. Kartel changed the sound, the slang, the lyric style, the image, the mentality, and even the business side of dancehall, viewers. For almost an entire generation, dancehall revolved around Vybz Kartel. And viewers, what makes Vybz Kartel's story even crazier is that his influence continued while behind bars. Think about that for a second, viewers. Most artists disappear after a few years away from the spotlight. Kartel remained one of the biggest names in dancehall despite being physically absent from the industry. That level of influence, viewers, is very rare in any genre. His impact, viewers, became bigger than music. It became culture. One category where fans give Kartel the edge immediately is lyrics. Kartel's ability to create songs across multiple styles was unbelievable, viewers. He could make street anthems, girl songs, conscious music, war songs, commercial records, and emotional tracks. Sometimes all in the same week, viewers, Kartel dropped them kind of variety of music. That versatility made him dangerous. Many fans believe Kartel mastered wordplay, flow, storytelling, and punchline better than any other dancehall artist. Sean Paul was never viewed as a lyrical master in the same way. His strength was different. Sean Paul mastered energy, delivery, hooks, international appeal, and hit making. And to be fair, viewers, that's also a skill. Making songs that the entire world can understand and enjoy, viewers, is not easy. But inside hardcore dancehall conversations, Kartel usually wins the lyrical category. Viewers, this might be the biggest part of the debate. Who really changed dancehall more? Because Sean Paul expanded dancehall globally, but Kartel reshaped dancehall internally. Sean Paul opened doors internationally, but Kartel influenced how newer dancehall artists actually sound. That's a major difference, viewers. If you listen modern dancehall today, viewers, you can still hear Kartel's fingerprints everywhere. The flows, the melodies, the slang, the delivery. Meanwhile, Sean Paul influence is felt more through global visibility, international respect, and crossover opportunities, viewers. So depending on what matters to you, your good answer changes. Viewers, this debate also divides between mainstream fans and hardcore dancehall. So viewers, this whole GOAT title depending on what metric you are viewing it through. You understand? Mainstream, hardcore dancehall, because without Sean Paul, dancehall may have never reached certain global heights. But without Kartel, modern dancehall would have never sounded the way it sounds today. So viewers, who is really GOAT? Truthfully, there may never be one perfect answer, viewers. If success means charts, awards, global recognition, mainstream crossover, Sean Paul has the strongest case. But if greatness means influence, cultural impact, lyrical dominance, and reshaping the genre itself, then Kartel's argument becomes incredible hard to beat, viewers. Maybe, viewers, the real answer is this. Sean Paul became dancehall's biggest global superstar, but Vybz Kartel became dancehall's most influential modern artist. And that's exactly why, viewers, this debate will probably continue forever. But viewers, what do you think? Who is really the GOAT of dancehall? Vybz Kartel or Sean Paul? Drop your answer in the comment section, viewers, and explain why. Yeah, viewers, so we have come to the end of another video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, drop your thoughts in the comment section, viewers. Let me know what you all think. Also, if you are a new viewer here, please subscribe to the channel. You understand? And I'll see you in the next video, viewers. Until next time, peace out.
Most definitely. You know, I mean, I've won the last time I came, and it was a big thing for me. Most def, so feels good.
Does it give you more freedom to just come and have a good time, or are you still a little nervous at all?
Yeah, I'm very nervous. I'm nervous, keep my fingers crossed out here on the red carpet, but you know, beautiful things happening. A lot of beautiful people around, you know what I mean?
Now, when you were putting this album together, did you know that was a good one?
Oh yeah, most definitely. It was all produced in Jamaica, the third world, the so-called third world, and that's the reason why, I named the album The Trinity. It represents the young kids who have been doing it not more than 4 or 5 years, and they remind me of myself.
Oh, great. How do you describe the Grammys? Is it like the biggest event ever?
Oh, most deaf. It's a music celebration, and music always helps people to celebrate. So when you have a celebration for music, it's like music's birthday.
Yeah.
Most deaf.
Most Def, I think that's another artist.
Yeah.